Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm still setting things up. I've got extra kids here again today, so hopefully they will play nice and quiet in the other room. I guess we'll see as we go. Okay. I can't remember what color I had for this. Just bringing up the pattern here. Okay. Whoop. Sorry. Okay, so we've got the 648 and the 930. What do I have here? 4 strands. Can you hear them in there giggling? How loud are they? Okay, so we're gonna work on this one today. And it's kind of gonna be similar to over on this one, kind of with like the negative, like the negative space. All right. So let's get moving. All right. We're gonna do some detached chain stitch, or they're also called a lazy daisy. We'll start there. And then, is there problems with live or is it me? I don't know. What problem are you experiencing? It seems to be working for me. I'm logged in and watching from my iPad, and it's working fine. But I don't have my volume up, so is volume a problem? Everything is fine for Jana. It might be you, Lisa. Log out. Log back in. Okay, so what we're going to do first is the lazy daisies. So I'm going to start in the middle and go from there. So with lazy daisies, we're going to start here and make a loop. And then we're going to just finish out those loops. So I'm going to start on the edge. I don't like putting knots on the edges, so I'm going to start here and then, anyways. Okay, so I'm flustered. So I'm using 6 strands of the DMC 648 first. So that's what we've got going on here. So with lazy daisies, what we're going to do is similar to what was this stitch that we did? The stem stitch, where we kind of keep a loop. So what we're gonna do is pull this out and keep our loop open like this. And then we're gonna come up at the end of our loop. And we don't want to pull this very snug because we want it to sit loosely so it creates a nice, like, rounded. And then we're just going to tack this down on the other side of the loop. Okay, so there's one. And then we're going to go over here to the next one. So I'm going to use this same hole from this first one. I feel like it keeps trying to focus on things that are higher. But there's a knot there, so just be careful of that. We're going to come down here. And tack that down. We're just going to do that all along this top. So the tighter you pull this, the more straight it will be. So I want to keep these like nice and open and loose. So I'm not pulling this very tight because I want to keep that like big open loop. Oop. Hold on. There we go. It's a little bit tighter than I wanted it. Right. Almost done. A little bit of a knot. Here we go. Getting all kinds of little knots going on today. And then just this little one on the edge. And then we'll move down to the bottom row. Okay, so we're going to come down here and we'll do the same thing. I think I'm going to start on this edge and work my way over again. So I want these to like meet up. So I'm going to come up right next to this one so that I can go down in the same hole so that they'll be like connected. Move down a little bit. I need to pull that a little bit tighter. So if you pull your loop back up a little, then you can like pull it a little bit tighter if you need to. And then we can move on to this middle here. I thought this would be a fun design for this vase. I'm liking it. We're gonna have to add some stuff though. Kind of a lacy, decorative. I think we'll got some blue to add in there. Okay. So there's kind of our basic shape. That's fun. Okay, so I'm gonna come in with the blue. I'm not gonna cut this off. If I'm gonna use things later, I ended here, so I'm just gonna bring my thread down here and just pull it through my fabric and then just take the needle off so it'll just like hang out of my way. And then I just need to remember that's there when I get out my blue and start working with that. But I don't want to cut that and trim that yet because I'm not done with it yet. So next we're gonna get out our blue, our 930. And we're gonna kind of fill in some of this space. And decide what we want to do with the top. All right, I've got my thread in there, tie my little knot. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the top and I'm just gonna go into each of these loops and just do one straight stitch. So I'm gonna come up between my two ends here. Okay, it keeps trying to focus on my hand. Let me zoom in a little. So I came up in between my two gray ones and then I'm gonna go down into this same hole. Just to like fill that space a little bit. And I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna come up between my two. And then go down here. And then we'll move to the bottom here in just a minute. Trying to decide on the top if we want to do more lazy daisies or do some satin stitch. Does anyone have an opinion that they feel like sharing? I'm leaning towards a satin stitch. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this gray out of the way. So I'm gonna come from here down to here. So I'm just gonna make sure I keep this thread I've got there. Just pull it out of the way a little bit while I do this one. And then I'm gonna come down here. I did not like coming up at the top of my loop, so I'm gonna come over here so I can go from the bottom and then up to the top. Okay. Whoop. Got my tail in there, hold on. we go. Okay. So I was trying to decide how to fill like these little spaces. I'm thinking more blue. I don't know. I need to let it sit a minute so I can look at it. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the gray again and do these sections here. So let me pull the blue down here so it's out of the way and re-thread my needle with the gray. And if it feels a little stressful for you to have all these extra threads around, don't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna come up here. And then kind of like we did the mountains, I'm gonna come in, I wanna get the right angles. So I'm gonna not quite do this like a satin stitch is supposed to be done, but I want to be able to create these angles that I want. So I'm gonna do some little guides first and then fill it in. And then I feel like then we can decide what to do in the middle there. I think it needs to be blue in the middle. Don't you think? Like I want to go with blue something. Yes, satin stitch was the right move for this piece. So if you're not sure about the satin stitch, you could do more of the detached chain stitch and go from here and loop it and secure your loop at the top is how I would do it. If you want to kind of keep with that same look. I don't want to stay with that look. I want to change it up. Okay, let me tie this off and then I need to take off my sweater. My house is hot today. Hold on. It's like super, super, super cold outside. And I was super, super cold this morning, but it has warmed up. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna.
Mommy?
What, honey?
Mommy?
What?
I want to be Mama make help.
I'm not gonna help right now. You guys can play for a little bit longer. I'll help you as soon as I'm done.
No, we want to be a pizza.
I think they want me to help with dress up. Okay. Just get my needle threaded again here. And finish up this gray. Uh-oh, they're getting a stool. It might be chaos when I go back in there. 4-year-olds are mischievous little buggers. I think I'm trying to go up in a knot or something. That doesn't want to pull through. Roman. Okay. That is so cute. Okay. So I'm going to pull this blue up this way now so it's out of my way while I do the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and do the same thing. Give me some guides to use. They do have cute little voices. They're in there like trying to work together. The closet is locked and that's where the dress up is. And so I think they're trying to get into the closet, but they're not tall enough, even with a stool, to unlock it. Hey, Roman, close your door, please. Thank you. Okay, one more here. And then we can fill it in. I think just 2 stitches will do it. Getting a lot of threads in there. They're getting harder to pull through. One more. Okay, I've been thinking, I think I might try to do, one loop, another one like from here to the middle on both of them to fill that gray a little bit more, and then do some blue in between. So then we can keep with that pattern a little. So I'm gonna go up and down in that same spot and then do my loop up to here. And then I don't like that it's kind of sitting on top, so I'm just gonna pull these ones kind of up, back up over top of it to kind of cover that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna tie that off and then we'll finish off with the blue. I think we might call it a day after that. Okay, So I'm just gonna come up here and just do the same thing I was doing before and just put this one down right through the middle. Filled that space really nicely. Okay, and then I was thinking, because I just feel like that's a lot of gray. So I'm just gonna go up here and do just one straight stitch across here. Let's see. Oh, we're too far. Nah. And then I'm gonna do the same thing down here at the bottom. Just help it look a little bit more polished. I just got thinking we probably need to outline this a little right here. Just do a couple little stitches to round that out, because once we erase these lines, there's going to be a gap. So we're going to have to get the gray back out. Sorry, I'm a little bit low on that. But I think that's good for the blue. You could come in here and do, if you know how to do French knots already, do some French knots, like one in between each one. Might be kind of fun. Or let me try and do a stitch. Just do like a back stitch. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm just gonna come up in between each of these sets and just do a little, oh yeah, I like that. Kind of connect them a little bit more and fill that space. This is a homemade pot. It is not perfect. Homemade vase. The kids made it in shop class. I want that to go down between the stitches. Yeah, that little bit of extra blue kind of brightens it up a little. I hope it's a little bit crooked. Whomp, whomp. Okay, I'm gonna get my gray back out and outline that edge just real quick, because I know it'll bug me when I erase my lines. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna come up right here, like right under this loop, and just connect these a little. We don't want our pot to look like it's falling apart. No, that will be better with just one stitch instead of two. I didn't like the two. Hold on, gotta rethread the needle. Just one. There. And I'm going to come over here and kind of do the same thing and just connect these a little bit. There. Okay. She's done. It's 1:35. What do you think? Should we stay here a little longer and do this one? Will be kind of fast. Let's just do it. Because I think then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'll save that one for tomorrow. Otherwise, I think we'll be done too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think 6. We have 6 days left. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do this one tomorrow. Okay, so that vase is done. If you do something else, I'm excited. I want to see it, but I'm really liking this texture. I think that the blue and the gray together just turned out really, really nice. These are a little bit loopier than I wanted them to be. That's okay. They're just not laying quite flat. I might mess with them for a minute. See if I can get them a little flatter, but anyways, okay, that is it for today. We're a lot shorter today than we were yesterday. Yesterday we were almost at an hour. So we'll give you a little break today. Okay, so I will be back tomorrow at 1 Mountain Standard Time. We will do this vase and we might do a little bit of the greenery in this one and this one. So we'll see, because this one should be fairly quick. So I think we'll get some greenery in there. Actually, if we do this, then we can do the details on this. Okay, maybe we'll do that. This vase with the greenery and then the details on this. Okay, anyways, that's kind of the plan. So we'll do that and then we'll be done until Monday. So, all right, thanks for joining in. Let me see the progress you're making and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.